There is a thought that comes sooner or later, not when you suffer, when you look at others, and not just anyone, the best. Clear-minded men, strong, consistent, and you see them struck, forced, exiled, killed, or driven to choose death, and something cracks. It is not only pain, it is disorientation. Because you had built an unspoken belief that strength protects, that virtue is enough, that living well leads to ending well. But it does not. And so a question arises that you cannot avoid. You do not always say it out loud, but it remains. What is the point of integrity if fate makes no distinctions? This is the dangerous point. Not what happens, but what you begin to think after. Because from here, you can slip. You can become bitter, cynical, indifferent, or you can look more carefully, not at the end, at the way. Because you are judging these lives by how they end. But that is not where a man is measured. Look at Socrates, not how he dies. Look at how he arrives at death. Look at Cato, not the final act, the consistency that precedes it. They were not spared, but they were not defeated. And this is a distinction that changes everything. Because you are looking for a guarantee, you want to know that. If you are just, you will be protected. If you are strong, you will go far. If you do good, it will end well. But this promise does not exist, and accepting it is hard, because it leaves you exposed, but at the same time, it frees you, because it shifts everything, no longer on what happens, but on how you stand within what happens. So the right question is no longer, why did it happen to them too? But what could not be taken from them? Not life. That, yes. But their firmness, their clarity, their consistency. And then you understand, fate can reach anywhere, but it cannot enter everywhere. It cannot enter where a man has decided to remain whole. This does not remove the blow, but it changes the outcome. Because at that point, you are no longer trying to avoid the end. You are trying not to lose yourself before it. And so, yes, it can happen even to the best. But precisely for that reason, you finally understand what makes them so. Not what they avoid, but what they endure without yielding.